Hey guys, welcome. We are going to learn how to do a orangey color on your eyelids. It's a really pretty eyeshadow, and obviously what I'm doing first is I'm just putting on some painterly, but yeah, we're going to do some browns with an orange and pinky lips, and a pretty orangey blush. What I did right now is I actually sprayed Fix Plus right on my painterly because it's getting kind of dry. Like if you notice, if you get painterly, if you have it, or something like it, they kind of get dried out. I've had it for about a year, which it's pretty long, but they will last a super long time. But if it starts getting dried out, make sure you smell it first, make sure it's not too old. You should be throwing away your products, your creamy products, within a year when you buy them, or within a year or two. Just smell it first. So what I did is I just sprayed some Fix Plus so I could make it a little more liquidy, and it works just fine. So what I'm doing now is I'm just doing a little bit of a highlight right in there, and what I'm showing you is if you did have closer eyes, where you would put it. I kind of showed you just closer in. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of a pretty color right on my lid. It's like a medium color, I guess you would say. It's not too sparkly. It's just kind of a neutral, and I'm going to apply it all over my lid. The next color I'm going to do is a orangey color right on my lid, kind of more in the corner. You can do it all over your lid, you can do it right in the corner. I think I go back and put a little bit more just because it wasn't showing up as good. But what you're going to want to do is really pat it on there so that it comes out really nice and pretty. So the color I'm going to be doing on my crease and kind of in my, just on my brow bone a little bit, is a dark brown. And dark brown looks so pretty with an orange. So if you mix those two, it does a great job. So as you can tell, I kind of went over the orangey color. So what I'm going to have to do is really apply a lot more the orange eyeshadow so that it shows up a lot better. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other side, just really buff it in. If you find that you're having trouble buffing in your eyeshadow, it might be because you didn't apply the primer, the eyeshadow primer, all over the lid as well as you should have. That happens to me all the time, but really the only way to fix that is to just keep buffing in that brown. Like, just keep going until it looks really nice and buffed in. And then what we're going to do, you can, if you're going to go out at night and you just want that pop of color, you can really do this look with any other pop of color. Just do your neutrals, and you can do blues, you can do like that orange, you can do greens, any color. You can pop right where I'm popping that orange, just as a, very neutral, and then just a pop of color right where I'm putting that orange. And like I said, just keep buffing in. And buffing your eyeshadow is really going to be your best friend. It's going to help a ton. If you wanted to, I'm going to leave this pretty neutral because I wore it to, I think this was I wore it to church. So I wanted to leave it more church-like rather than have it be like a party look. But if you wanted to go out, I would probably add a black eyeliner on top. What I did right now is I just added with that same brush, I'm adding a little bit of a brown eyeshadow on the bottom. But you certainly can do a black liner on top, on bottom, or you can do a black liner in the waterline. If you've got really small eyes, I would recommend not doing an eyeliner on the top and then doing a black eyeliner in your waterline. That's going to open up your eyes a ton. So that's just a good way to make your eyes look bigger, is to no eyeliner on top and eyeliner in the waterline. So that's a tip you need to remember if you've got smaller eyes. I'm just doing my mascara, and I'm just going to skip to the mascara I did. So if you do get mascara, I think I got some mascara on my brow bone. So if you do get mascara on your eyelid or your brow bone, you can do what I'm doing. Just rub it off and then maybe grab your brush and kind of brush it off. But you can also let it dry and then kind of use your nail to scrape it off. Most of the time I forget that I did that, so I just walk around with this black thing on my eyelids or my brow bones. So that's why I rather just kind of rub it off and use my brush to do that. And I always have to do, most of the time if I'm doing a complete look, I have to do my brows. And on my previous videos, you've seen that I kind of just stick to this because it is the way my eyebrows are. So I'm just showing you that I'm doing this really small strokes with a really thin pencil, and I did my other brow and skipped to that, and I'm putting on a gel on them so that they'll stay really pretty like that the whole day. And what I'm going to show you next is what you would do if you've got already really pretty thick brows, but you just want to fill in a little bit. What you would you would grab a angled brush and grab the color of your of the brow color that you want to use. It's just an angled brush and a grayish brownish eyeshadow, or you can just go ahead and buy the colors for eyeshadows. So it's going to be, I showed, you can't see it, but it's a brown with your angle brush, and that's the way you would fill it in. This is if you've got, better eyebrows than I do. You can just fill it in really easily the way I did it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some blush, and the blush that I've chosen is a little bit of an orangey color, but it's still pretty neutral. You don't want to do anything too crazy. And I just like to buff it in. I really like to use a brush for blushes. That's kind of, you kind of have to have a brush for a blush. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my lipstick. And because I did that pop of color on my eyelids, I did want to do kind of a lighter color on my lips. So I grabbed a bright pink, but I only am patting it on my lips rather than really applying it. And I'm going to do a light pink lip gloss. That way it's not super bright, but it looks really pretty. If you wanted to do this combo, I highly encourage you to try, if you don't want to do orange, try the blue that you've never put on, or the green right where I put that orange, and make yourself try something new. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching.